Grandma's Late Night Hotline. So today we have a very special show in store for you. We have some callers that are going to wow, amaze, and inspire. So if you don't know how this show works yet, I'm going to tell you very briefly. All right. So we have a list of callers that have called in, left a voicemail, and we have their stories ready to go. Now, if at any point in the show you feel inspired to leave your own voicemail and be a part of the show, please feel free to do so by calling 813-330-0404. Now, if you don't know already, I'm Grandma, and I'm joined here by the producer. How's it going, Bob?
It's going fantastic. Hello to all the grandchildren out there. We're so happy to have you in Grandma's house, calling the Grandma's Late Night Hotline.
Fuck yeah, dude. How's your day been?
It's been great, man. Very productive.
Okay.
Took a nap.
All right, let's go. Got a solid nap going. All right, I'm feeling like opening up today with a little chit chat. You know what I mean? Like maybe get to know the producer a little bit more. You know?
Yeah. Lots of existential crisis. Life is pain. Life is misery. But yeah, you know, we must persist.
Absolutely. That's why he's on the ones and twos, baby. Give it up for the producer, everyone. So now we have our first caller of the evening is something that I want to explore a little bit more. They went on a wild trip all throughout Europe with some random 40-year-old man. Let's see how they wound up in that way.
I hope it was a good trip. I don't think I could take a bad trip.
Yeah, no.
How was your day, Grandma?
It was good. It was good. Last night, well, I'll talk about it. It's been a good day, though. You know, anytime I get to go live, I always feel good.
Hello.
You've reached Grandma's Late Night Hotline. This is Grandma speaking. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
Good. I'm doing good. So we got a voicemail from you that says that you went on a wild trip through Europe.
Yes, I did. It was pretty recent too. It was very crazy.
Okay, so let's start by like, how exactly did you meet this individual? Well, you know, paint a picture for the audience. Just a brief synopsis. Where'd you meet him? Where'd you go? And what's the deal?
So it's kind of why that story was really good for your topic of like something I shouldn't have done, because this guy obviously ended up being crazy. It was during the hurricane evacuation, and I left.
Okay, that's a good time to go, though. You know,
home got destroyed everything. So I just went back to my hometown. It was around the time of my friend's birthday, so we went out one night when I was still evacuated, and he was down there, and he asked me the first night I met him.
Okay, so you had just met this guy. How did you meet him?
We ran into each other like at the bars downtown, and
okay, and this is a total stranger.
Yes.
Okay.
And I thought he was kidding. So I ended up staying there like a while.
What he asked you like almost right away, do you want to go to Europe with me?
Yes, the first night.
Okay, on the first night that like you just met the guy. Okay, interesting. And he's like what, 40, 50 years old?
Yeah, he was 40.
40. Okay, and you were how old at the time?
25.
Okay, so almost twice your age. Okay, interesting. I mean, it's a bold move, but like, all right. So now what? You've left the bar. You decided on the spot. Did you think about it at all, or were you just like, yeah, fuck it, let's go?
So I was obviously drunk, and I was like just joshing with him. I was like, yeah. Like, haha, that's so funny. And, like, I thought he was just kidding. And also, it's like all these things came out over time because we kept, like, he took me on dates, and I didn't know he was rich until, like, a month in, because he was very, like, almost trying to test me and make sure I wasn't using him, even though, ironically, he was, like, asking me to go to Europe, which, again, I thought it was a joke. So we actually were going on dates. I didn't know he was 40 because he does not look 40. Like, I thought he was like
Oh, you didn't even know
early
how
30s.
old he was.
No, he told me like later on. Like, and I'm pretty sure he lied about his age in the beginning, but everything was a
shit.
blur. So just like a lot of red flags.
Oh shit.
But
This all sounds very romantic to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I know. So a month goes
Okay.
by, and then he's like, yeah, so let's get those flights. And I was like, what? And he was like, to Europe. And like, we'd been like dating at this point, going all on dates, hanging out. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, yeah, like, and I was like, I need to like get my own place. Like, the hurricane messed everything up. Like, and he's like, oh, I got you. I'll take care of you. Like you don't have to pay for anything. And I was like, how are you going to do that? Because all we did was like dinner dates, like nothing crazy. And it was all downtown. So like, I never like saw his place. We drove. Everything was walkable. So I guess that's how I found out he was like super rich. And he kind of admitted to me, he's like, yeah, I was kind of hiding it from you because that's how I like weed out girls who try to use me.
Okay. I mean, you know, I guess if you're super rich, like, that's not that insane. All right, so now let's fast forward. Okay, you guys are in Europe or on your way to Europe. Tell me, leading up to that point, like, what were the vibes like? Were you like, this is a good idea, I'm uncertain, or did you know from the start that this was going to be chaos?
Well, he started acting really like crazy, like maybe the week before, but I'm a do it for the plot kind of girl.
Hell yeah.
And
hell yeah.
I like, if I thought I was gonna get murdered, then like no. But like, if there was just gonna be some horrible vibes with this man, I was just gonna be like, you know what, Europe will be worth it. Like, whenever am I gonna have another opportunity to like go with someone casually to Europe who's like not like trying to buy me or like, you know, something almost more bad than what actually was happening. So I was like, screw it, I'm doing it.
So I mean, did you like the guy? Were you guys like, was it good?
Yeah, like I actually did like him, and that's why like all the things that came out where it just was like a gradual craziness. Like he was great the first month, and then it's like us going to Europe the week before I started seeing as crazy, kind of when it was too late. Like he was just kind of pressuring me to be like his girlfriend, and he had just gotten divorced, like paperwork wise. Like,
oh, okay, a fresh divorcee.
Yeah. So he like.
Do you know like the reason of the divorce? I assume that he told you it was all her fault. Is that correct?
Yeah. She was evil.
Yeah.
She's a bitch, you know.
Yeah.
Well, she was my age too, so he married someone younger, I guess, because he got her pregnant and he wanted to do the right thing, or so he says, and then they just didn't work out.
Okay, so you know what? Actually, I'm going to pause you here, and I just want to get right into the chase. What was Europe really like with this guy, right? So, like, you landed, where'd you start? Where'd you go?
We went into Paris first, and he had flowers sent to each hotel room we went to, and, like, desserts. And then we went to Nice, and then we went to Rome, and then Florence.
God, this trip sounds awful.
Yeah, no, my God.
You poor thing.
Yeah.
No, but like this guy was so unbearable and horrible that like I called my best friend when I was about to go to the next spot, which was Rome, and I was like, I'm not going to Rome. And she was like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life, like statement-wise, that you've said, that you're complaining about not wanting to go to Rome with a man. Like, it was so bad I almost left.
Their pizza's really good there, though. They have really good Italian food. I know. You know? Yeah. Okay, so, all right, now, what happened? I mean, what happened to the point where you're ready to turn down a true pizza pie? I mean, like, what occurred?
Yeah, what made him so unbearable?
Yeah.
He, like, with all the jet lag and, like, all that, he basically was getting really mad if I didn't sleep with him every night. He was just pressuring me about everything, and I feel like he did steroids or something, because he would get like crazy roid rage and just flip on a dime and would just like start screaming. And yeah, he would go out and like, which is not what you do in Europe, like go out to clubs in like France at 2 a.m. Like, that's so American. Like, that's not even what they do there. So I wouldn't even know where he was going.
Hold on. Clubs at 2 a.m. are extremely European. I mean, like, what else do you do in Europe? They don't
eat dinner until 1 a.m.
In one town, there was no clubs. So I don't even know where he went. Like, this was actually like a quaint little town that we were in. And like, that was not the vibe. And I don't even know where he went, but he was just like,
do you think that maybe he was screaming at a different woman?
I don't think so, because I actually found him. I had to walk through the streets to find him because he got so drunk. And
so there's a lot of alcohol involved, maybe some steroids involved. Did he look like he did steroids, or like, what's his build? Just out of curiosity.
I mean, he was very muscly, but like, I mean, I don't freaking know when people are doing stuff unless it's like something super obvious. But like, he looked pretty proportionate, so I didn't think anything, but I don't know. He's also like older and like insecure as hell. So that was the other thing too. Anytime like a man hit on me, because men over there are very forward, he would get so upset and like make it my fault, and just like was the most insecure man I've ever met in my life. And he would like try and hide that by having like a huge ego. And he would say things like, I can sleep with 10 women in one night. That was like his favorite thing to say.
10 women in one night? That's exhausting. Who would how? All right, so
well, he probably could because of his pills or whatever the hell he was taking. But yeah, he was just psycho. Like crazy.
So now let's get to the point where, like, what led you to, did you wind up leaving Europe without him, or did you go through this entire trip with him?
So I went. We did the whole trip. There was like a lot of arguing and a lot of me like leaving him, like to go back to the hotel, like, because he was just like the most unbearable human being to like experience a trip with at all, because he was just horrible and insecure and just crazy. But we come back, and after that I never talked to him ever again.
Okay, so you finished the trip with him, huh? And then blocked him. I mean, like, honestly, fuck it. For a free vacation, I would do the same. Why not? Yeah,
I know.
Do you happen to know, is he into men who dress like grandmas?
I was like, this wasn't worth it. But it was, just barely. Yeah. That's how horrible this guy was. Ugh.
It sounds like the plot to the Lizzie McGuire movie. You're very lucky.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like, I'd do this in a heartbeat. Is he single and looking for a man in a dress? Just like, dude, I'll go right now.
What's his 1 rep max?
I mean, if you're fine with someone yelling at you all the time and then bringing up all that they've done for you, and then, asking to add you on social media and then meet your children really quick and be your girlfriend in a week, then yeah.
Well, yeah, sure. Not only am I fine with that, but I'm also gonna yell back, and we're gonna get wild, baby. You know what I mean? Like full blown, just like I'm bringing. So I grew up in New Jersey. All right, I'm bringing the Jersey Shore wherever the fuck I go. All right, so if this guy wants to fucking have at it, let's go, baby.
Go Birds.
Yeah, go Birds. Yeah.
So, Grandma loves the toxicity.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway. At this point, I think we've run a little long, so I thank you so much for your call. It has been truly excellent, and I am, if he's single, tell him to call in, okay? Because I'm looking for someone to take me through Europe.
How would you like a tour of Southeast Asia with a man you never met?
The first night, so yeah.
So consider the Asia trip, I'm just saying. Have a great night.
Yeah,
thank you for calling.
He won't kill you.
No, I'm asking you to Asia. Good night.
Grandma loves you. I don't think she wanted to go to Asia with you.
Yeah, no, I picked up on that. Can I be honest?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sounds like a pretty typical American couple vacation in Europe. I don't know. I mean, we weren't there, but
I wouldn't say a typical American couple vacation, but I would say a typical, like, met someone at a bar and they were like, hey, you want to go to Europe with me, babe? You know, typical rich guy bullshit. You know what I mean?
This is fair.
Yeah.
I've also never been propositioned by a rich guy to go to Europe, so I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. You know, who knows? All right, so now our next caller coming up here is got a lot going on. So back in the day, he might have committed a little bit of a crime. Let's see what's up.
Allegedly.
I think that I'm coming through your microphone just a hair. Only when I yell. Yeah, I mean, fuck it, dude. My barrier for entry to take me to Europe is like, I don't give a shit, honestly.
It sounded pretty reasonable. I don't know.
Put me in a suitcase, you know, keep me in a cage, only feed me true Italian pizza, and I don't really give a shit. If you want to take grandma to Italy, call in.
You've reached 727-277-7985.
That's a shame. He had a very good story. We have his voicemail.
That is a shame, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you know what? Let's play the voicemail, and hopefully we can catch him a little bit later in the show, right?
Yeah, maybe he'll call back.
All
right, buckle in, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about a story back in the early 80s when I was a young kid before I actually started racing. And we were together in Oregon, outside of Portland, and there was a group of ATMs that had just been put in a Bank of America. And we decided to actually take my buddy's 4x4 dually and chain the ATM from the Bank of America and pull the bitch out and take it back to my dad's shop. And we proceeded to drag the thing back down Interstate Avenue in Portland, Oregon, in North Portland, inside the hood, and took it to my dad's shop and proceeded to take our plasma cutter, cut the fucker open, excuse my French, take it and cut it open.
I like that that's the part where
got,
I was like,
at the time, $50,000 cash out of this machine. Unfortunately,
for those of you who don't know, $50,000 cash in the 80s is like $200,000 today. Okay, so that's fucking a pretty good haul for just taking a night out with the dually. You know,
I could get you like 4 trips to Europe.
Yeah, well, shit, maybe even 5. Yeah.
Got to check the exchange rate.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about anything other than hot dogs and cheeseburgers in the United States, you know? Yeah.
This is before cameras, but we didn't realize dragging this thing all the way back that we left a spark drag all the way back to our dad's shop.
I'm sorry to interrupt. How could you not realize that?
Yeah, I'm sure that it was screaming the entire way down the street. Just, how could you not, you know?
And we got rid of the ATM, got rid of the cash, put it in the spot. But the FBI was there the next day to do an investigation. And
I wonder how they found it.
Yeah. Surprisingly, the literal breadcrumb trail. Well, so you could do this today, but you would have to avoid the cameras. But luckily, we've dissolved the FBI, so you don't have to worry too much about that, right?
Yeah, just local law enforcement. But what do they know?
What do they know? Yeah, what do they have, a fingerprint kit? Who cares?
All right, I want to see how this ends.
Yeah, let's see
how we got out of it. I don't know. But my cousin had a special diversion done for him, and I got out of it clean with turning it in. Looking back in hindsight, enjoyed the money, but not the experience. So just be careful when you're yanking ATMs out. Nowadays, especially, there may be something that Big Brother's watching you. So there's a story that you can kick around and enjoy. I'm out.
He's out.
It's very sage advice, but at the same time, no matter what technology is out there, maybe just be careful of the drag marks. You know, that's
yeah. And you know, I have a lot of questions surrounding this, right? So my first question surrounding this is, like, how did you even learn how to do this without YouTube? I mean, honestly, even if I knew where I was going, I would still need Google Maps to figure out where the fuck I'm bringing this ATM. You know what I mean? Were you sober, or were you just like, I mean, what was the occasion on this evening? There's just so many goddamn questions. If you're out there, please, call in. I would like to hear from you. You know what's weird?
What?
every person who's committed major felonies from banks doesn't pick up the phone when we call them. What's up with that, dude?
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, like what are we doing here, man? Now,
well, again, you're forgetting allegedly.
Yeah, right. This is allegedly, so, and I mean, like, dude, it had to have been so loud just hollering down the street. Like, did anybody watch you do? I don't know. We got to talk to him. We got to talk to him.
I'm very disappointed he hasn't called back. It's okay. We'll get him on the come up.
We'll get him on.
All right. Well, our next caller has a crazy vacation to Jamaica. Who doesn't?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Well, let's see how crazy it gets.
It's a very vacation themed evening.
I got braids last time I went there.
Really?
No.
Oh. Yeah. Dude,
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
What are we doing here? Hold on.
Maybe she's still in Jamaica.
Is that the right number?
I assume so. Look, man, I'm just going with ones and twos.
Yeah, I know. All right, there we go. It was the wrong number.
It's my bad.
My bad for giving you the job, you know?
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging
Call
system.
it again. See, I can't, like, the phone number comes up as potential spam. We're trying to beat the potential spam allegations. So, if you're
Your
out there
call
and you
has
got
been forwarded to an automated voice.
I don't think we're going to beat it this time.
Message them and be like, hey, it's grandma. You don't have to do it right this second, maybe in between the next call. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, our next call had an interesting journey, maybe overseas, that involved a large fire. Let's see. Well, in the meantime, I would like to go to Jamaica. I don't smoke any weed though, so I feel like I would be like, well, I do smoke weed, but it always makes me like turn nonverbal, so it would be a very quiet trip for me, I guess.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go on a carnival cruise to Jamaica.
That would be fun. I would go on Jimmy Buffett's cruise as well.
You know what? I changed my answer.
Yeah. I don't know if Jimmy stops there, though. I think Jimmy's a little too conservative for all that.
Well, also, it doesn't help he's dead.
That's true, yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to
He's always
voicemail.
watching.
The person you're...
All right, so our next caller that we've got here, let's play their voicemail, the people that we just tried to reach.
Hello, this is Matthew Green speaking. We ran into you one night, and you told us to tell you a story, so here we go. So, something I did that I shouldn't have done. So one night, let me make this clear, I'm in the Army, and...
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Also, message the Jamaica gal.
All right.
There's a platoon of us, and usually there's 34 of us, and one night we're in Africa, hunkered down, and under the nods we see people walking, right, because of the chase. And so we open up fire. And once we open up fire, it turned out to be that they were just Israel soldiers walking about. And so we realized that we fucked up our situation. So instead of fighting the bodies, we burned them and pissed on their graves. Alright, I don't know what else to say. Kind of fucked up right now, but it is what it is.
That's heavy.
Yeah, that's heavy. So, I mean, I got a lot of questions for this guy. I do wish that he had picked up, like, how many bodies are we talking here? Like, above or below 20? Above or below 30? You know, I don't know. And were they instructed to do this? Or was he just kind of like, they're coming right at me? Fucking, dude, that's kind of tricky. What would you do in this situation?
Are we talking pre-murder or post-war crime?
The whole thing.
I can't say, but post war crime, I mean, you have a barbecue, I guess.
I guess so. Now that brings me to my next question. Like, while these bodies are burning, what type of marshmallows are we roasting? Are we doing are we keeping it conservative, doing the regular size, or are we going whole hog and roasting the jumbos? Yeah.
Depends on the s'mores, I guess.
I guess so, right? And then afterwards, do you get flashbacks whenever you go to a grill party and someone throws a steak on the grill? Yeah.
He can never go to Benihana's again.
Well, I hope that the army gave him some therapy or something about it and not just a pack of Marlboro Lights and told him good luck, which is probably what actually happened.
They probably did.
Yeah, they probably did. Yeah. All right, so our next caller here, did we get any resolve from Jamaica?
We did. She wants us to call back, but let's go with the next caller first because
bring Jamaica back on.
It was a little ambiguous on the time frame. It says, "Oh, okay, call back 1 sec."
Okay. Yeah.
Literal 1 second, or is that a figurative?
But I don't want to be. You know what? It's been a sec. Caller.
Okay.
Yeah. This might be why we have potential spam allegations here. Grandma's late night hotline. We just call until you answer. If you leave us a voicemail, we'll call you.
You know what? I changed my answer. I would shoot first.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice.
Wait, hold on. Call again.
Okay.
Call again.
The story better be good.
This better be good. Two rings? 2 rings. Can we get a third? 3 rings? Hello?
Hey.
Hello,
Hello?
you've reached Grandma's late night hotline. What's up? It's me, Grandma.
Hey, Grandma. How are you?
I'm good. So I got a voicemail here from you about a story about a trip to Jamaica. Tell me more.
What do you want to know? Where should I start?
Bring me to the point where you're in Jamaica, okay? Now, we haven't gone over your voicemail yet, so, just paint a picture for me. You're in Jamaica, things are beautiful, you're enjoying the beach. What happens?
Okay, so I feel like I gotta set the year. It's 2020, it's COVID times, right? So, they had curfews where, everyone had to, be inside at 10 p.m. or something. So me and my friend were, it's our first day in Jamaica. We've been all pent up from being stuck inside. So we're excited just to be on a beach and not be in the city of Philadelphia anymore.
Go Birds.
Go Birds. Go Birds, by the way. Go Birds.
Birds. We took a bit of acid with us and took some.
How'd you get the acid on the plane, or do you not want to admit that?
What'd you say?
How'd you get the acid on the plane, or do you not want to admit that?
A couple strips in the back of the phone case.
Okay, that'll do it, Yeah, all right. Wow, they didn't check the phone. All right, interesting. We don't condone this behavior here on Grandma's Late Night Hotline, but if you did need to do that, take notes.
If you also, Crystal Light packets work really good for smuggling powders. All
right, look, hold on. Okay, look, we don't, all right, so you're in Jamaica, okay? Yeah. Jesus Christ.
So we're in Jamaica, and I don't know, we just lost track of time, so we're now meandering our way back to the Airbnb, and we got stopped by the military vans. They're the giant kind of almost open air type van looking things that are huge.
Yeah, like a troop transport.
Yeah.
Yes, we got stopped by one of those, and they get out of their van, and they're "Where are you guys going?" And we're we're just going to our Airbnb, and they're it's past curfew, right? And we're yeah, okay, well, we're going, and they're no, get in. I mean, my friends start to fucking panic because we're what do you mean get in?
Okay, wait. So, how many of them were there? Were they armed? What was the full guns drawn?
No, well, they were holding their guns course. And there was like 6 of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
And they had like
Okay.
packs of like AK-47s or something.
Hmm.
So there was like 6 Jamaican men with machine guns, and they told me and my friend to like get in their fucking van.
Oh man. While you're on LSD?
Like,
Oh.
Yeah. We're not
Okay.
sober in any means.
Did
So
you
we
try
do.
telling them no thank you?
Because we're scared. I don't know. I've seen tasting and shit.
Oh, so you didn't try telling them no thank you.
Yeah, you didn't at least try, be like, no.
Manners are very important.
They, yeah.
No, at first we did say no. We're like, oh no, we're good. We're just up there. They're like, no, not safe. Get in.
Okay, so you got in. All right. And now what?
Well, I thought it was funny because I'm wearing this like, I remember I was wearing this like white little like sundress type thing. And I was sitting in the back and my friend tried to take a picture because she thought it was like hilarious, I guess. And we were
Okay,
just sitting in
taking selfies in the back of the Jamaican military vehicle. I like that. Were you like, hey, can I hold your gun for this shot?
Let me take a selfie.
Yeah.
trying to take a picture and they yelled at her for that. So then they drop us off at the Airbnb. Like, they took us to the Airbnb and they drop us off. And then they were like, okay, well, do you guys need any, like, personal bodyguards for the night?
Oh, personal bodyguards for the night. Okay. So at first it sounded like they were being very unchill, but now that it sounds like they're being kind of chill.
Kind of sexy.
Yeah, kind of sexy, right?
That seems kind of unchill to me. I'm like, is your shift at the military just done?
It
They have a
is
famously
tonight,
loose
yeah.
schedule.
Yeah, yeah. The Jamaicans kind of do what they want. Yeah, yeah. All right. So, tell me that you
They're like,
didn't
no,
say no.
Change, we can come back. We go home and change, we come back. Give us your number. I mean, my friend was just like, So we gave them our phone numbers because, again, I don't know. I feel like I'm on acid. This man has a machine gun. I'm in Jamaica. I'm a little scared right now.
Like right now.
Yes, right now. No, but like, you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I do. I know what you mean. So, like, did you wind up having them as personal bodyguards?
No, because so you can't just like text an international number. You need to go through like WhatsApp or something.
And that's boring, man. That's really, you got to make an account and everything. That's kind of a pain in the ass. So, yeah.
They didn't realize that, so we never heard from them.
I see. Well, at least you didn't hear from them again. And they were like, get back in the van. So that's good. All right. And do you have any key takeaways from this moment? Do you have anything like existential lessons for the viewers of this show to take away?
Bring acid to Jamaica.
Crystal
Okay.
Light packets too.
Yeah.
Well, we then ended up trading like acid to these guys to go on their boat. So we got a free boat ride. So just bring acid to Jamaica and it'll be a fun time.
That's a good takeaway. I don't condone that. I don't approve of that because I have to. But listen to what the lady says. All right. Well, thank you so much. Did you smoke any of the weed in Jamaica by any chance?
It was not great.
No, I've heard that. I've heard that the weed is not great. So, stick to other methods, get a free boat ride, talk to the military, and have fun, right?
Yes, exactly.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for calling in, and Grandma loves you. Be safe.
Thanks. Have a good night.
What a roller coaster.
I know, right? What a roller coaster. I don't know how you don't take that up. Like, of course I would like. Is there a Jamaican military man now for me? I mean, you're kind of intimidating.
Let's book that cruise we've always been talking about.
Dude, let's go on a fucking cruise. Let's go. Jimmy Buffett, whatever. Wasting away, man. All right, so our next caller here hits something while driving and I guess just keeps going.
Haven't we all?
I won't admit to anything I've ever hit in my life. Have you ever hit anything and kept going?
You hit me all the time and keep going.
That's true. Every day. Hello,
Grandma?
Grandma. Yeah, it's Grandma. What's up? No.
What it do, Grandma?
Not much, man. You know, just sitting here in a grandma's clothing and taking phone calls on the internet. What's up with you, man?
I mean, I was just waiting to hear from Grandma, to be honest with you. Give me 1 second, Grandma. I got to grab my beer before I get in the car.
Of course, man. Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. We
That's
got
how
all
we got in
kinds
this
of
situation in the first place.
Yeah. Fucking
Well-
have one for me.
Well,
too.
like I said, that was self-defense. But I have to come clean with you, Grandma. I lied to impress you. I thought that you would think that was cool and heroic. But to be honest with you, I thought long and hard about the prompt, and I've never done anything wrong in my life.
Really? You've never done anything wrong? That's crazy, because I have a voicemail here from you that says that you hit a kid and drove off. Is that true?
No, like I said, I just wanted to impress you. I thought you would think that was cool.
We
Right.
thought it was awesome.
yeah.
I mean, objectively, it is kind of cool living by your own rules above the law.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. So, like, theoretically, right? Let's just say that in this imaginary world that we've created, you did, like, happen to be driving.
I'm dressed like a slut. I'm driving back from the club. This kid's been eyeing me all night on his little bike. No, but like, all right. So like, he crosses. You know, like when you're at an intersection, you kind of wave. You're like, go, and they're like, no, you go. And I'm like, well, I'm in the car. You're gonna take longer. Go. I just went.
Okay.
But I had to fucking piss. I had to pee, and like, what am I gonna do? Piss after I hit him? Become a pedophile? No. I go home.
No, that would be crazy, right? And you don't want to be crazy. Okay.
No.
So,
Who's crazy here, Grandma? Come on.
you tell me, man. All right. So, in this imaginary world, you had a chicken standoff.
In this
with a
imaginary
boy on a
world, I
bicycle.
went to the imaginary Home Depot and got an imaginary shovel.
Okay. Great. So you handled it yourself.
Yeah. Don't worry. I mean, ma'am, don't worry. We won't
No,
be
I
hearing
am a
from him
dude.
again.
I'm a man in a dress.
I mean, honestly, I didn't want to make any assumptions when I met you.
That's very polite.
You know, it's so weird.
Yeah, I mean,
People see me and they keep thinking I'm gay, and I'm like, why? You know, I don't understand.
You have
Can't put
you
my finger
literally
on it.
have a beard.
Yeah,
Like the
I
straightest
do.
thing you could do.
It's right here, baby. Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I know,
right,
the
so-
Japanese girl.
So what do you want to talk about today?
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Well,
talk
I
about
figure, I mean,
anything.
you're the prompt master. You're the matriarch of the family.
Well, buddy, we gave you a prompt and you lied right to our face.
Yeah.
First of all, Grandma, I had like 17 highlights before I met you.
Okay, that's fair.
You met me at a low point in my weekend.
No, that's fair. I mean, you know, I understand, right? So, all right. I mean, like, what's going on in your world? What's good? What are you doing? What do you do? What do you love?
What do you hate?
You know, that really hurts. That really hurts to hear you asking these questions of all people. But I'll go ahead and remind the audience.
Yeah.
I'm a police officer.
Okay.
Now,
Okay. Did you hit
I live
that
in
child
Chicago.
in the
Huh?
cruiser? Did you hit the child in the cruiser?
No, it was in the MRAP. You know how like the Army feels bad for the police, so they like give them tanks.
No.
I was driving home. My department lets me take the tank home, and that's why I didn't even know that I hit the kid. It all had to be explained to me later by my colleagues.
Okay, I got you. Right.
I don't really think this guy's a cop.
I don't think he's a cop or a child killer, to be honest with you. I don't think that either of these.
Yeah,
things
That's
what's
my
your
fucking
deal, man?
grandma sticking up for me. I ain't no fucking pig.
Yeah.
Do you ever tell the truth ever?
No, dude, come on. I'm a cop. Completely backed by my union.
funny.
I'm taught to lie in the academy.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. So, what's the worst arrest you've ever done?
There was
The
a
one
guy
that just
hit
felt
a
the
kid.
dirtiest.
Turns
Let's
out
go.
I was investigating myself.
Really?
But I investigated myself and I cleared myself of all wrongdoings. I was just following standard procedure.
I would too. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's a smart move. You know, if I was a cop, my God, the amount of crimes that I would commit are shocking. It would be sick.
Dude, I'd be shooting people through my windshield. I'd be like, move, get the fuck
What
out
do
of
you
the
mean?
way.
You would be. Wait, are you not a cop?
I told you this guy's not a cop.
I did. I have.
Okay, all right. So you
I've
live in
shot
Chicago.
I've shot multiple people, all justified, all awarded. I look
Okay.
like a fucking North Korean general, dude.
Good
Can
for
I ask you one question? Just a similar prompt or a simple prompt.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Tell me one thing that's true in your life right now. Give me the real stuff. Give grandma the real stuff.
I'm 6'5".
That's a tall boy.
I'm sorry.
Tall boy.
I got a
And,
few tall boys in the car with me.
All right. Hell yeah, in the car. Let's go. All right. So you're 6'5", and like, if you were to describe yourself, like, you know, what your image might look like, and like what your social security starts and ends with, what would those numbers be?
591.
Oh, we almost had him.
Well, is that what those
I
has
didn't-
been? There's no
I didn't
listeners.
tell
Just
you.
you and your Japanese wife trying to get a fucking social.
Whoa, buddy,
Yeah.
I'm not Japanese.
yeah.
How dare you?
Not you. I mean, well,
Yeah.
I forget whoever's. I'm Japanese. I forgot to mention.
Yeah, I didn't tell you I'm also a cop, by the way. Yeah.
You know, I figured you were undercover when I saw you in the sun hat and the dress, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna dance to dance with the devil.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Look, you gotta admit something somewhere to someone. Might as well be a guy in a dress, right?
I mean, honestly, I trust them more than I trust anyone because they believe in themselves.
Really? Do you peg me as someone who believes in himself?
I mean, you were walking around by yourself in a dress, passing out flyers. I mean, I was like, that's pure confidence.
I do it because my captors tell me that I have to. I need help, please. Send
What?
help.
Well, not to flip the script on you, Grandma, but like, what prompted you to do all of this?
A Craigslist ad like 6 years ago.
You've been under his control for 6 years.
Yeah, it's been 6 long years. There's ups. There's also a lot of downs, you know? It is what
Sometimes
it
we
is.
go to Europe together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Private jets, islands, things of that nature.
No,
No.
Spirit Airlines.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, hey, look, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much
Thanks for having me.
calling
I'm sorry
in.
I'm a compulsive liar and a police officer.
It's okay. Most, like you said, it's kind of part of the job, isn't it?
Look, I'm so deep and undercover, I don't even know who I am anymore.
All right. Well, hey, man, look, you know, it's been a pleasure. Grandma loves
Absolutely.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Be safe or
Thanks,
don't.
Grandma.
I don't give a shit. Fuck the police, baby.
You know what? There we go. He's being honest again, and I appreciate that about him.
No,
Well,
I'm just
somebody
kidding.
has to be.
Protect and serve, you know, whatever. Just if you hit a kid,
I'm
like,
serving cunt, brother.
hell yeah. You can't say that on the air. All right. So, you know, interesting. Now, we our next caller here has gone to Vegas and then did something a little crazy. Let's see what it is.
Before I dial, pretty good improv skills to
Yeah.
come up with that story on the spot. It was a good voicemail.
It was a good voicemail, and you know, I don't think he was kidding. Honestly, I think I think that was a cop who hit a kid in a cruiser and just kept rolling.
Oh, yeah, back the blue.
Yeah.
Or down.
You know who I respect?
Who?
Firefighters.
Hell yeah, baby.
If you're a firefighter out there, I love you. I care about you more than the other ones. All right, 2 rings. It's a good sign.
Not spam.
No.
Hello?
Hello, you've reached Grandma's late night hotline. We got a voicemail from you a couple days ago. Something about going to Vegas. Is that true?
Oh, actually, I think that's my my girlfriend's roommate you might be talking about.
Do you mind putting them on the phone?
She's not home, but I mean, I could send the number to you if you need it.
Well, I mean, okay. Do you know much about the story? Do you know much about what happened?
I actually don't know that story whatsoever. That one's been hidden from me as well.
Is there anything you want to talk about?
Yeah.
We got you on the phone.
Yeah, actually, I might be on your list later. I got a text from you all the other day as well. I called in about when I was a substitute teacher in one of my.
We did have a chat about you earlier, but I'm happy we have you on. It's an honor.
You're actually next on the list. Yeah. All right.
Oh,
okay.
perfect. So yeah,
Is this the less famous Jay-Z?
Yeah. yeah. That is me. Yeah.
All right, Jay Zizzle, lay it on us.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So, in true fashion, the nickname comes from living in New York. This when I was up there. Right after college, I kind of was floating around, so I got a gig as a substitute teacher in a couple of basically the county that I was in. So a couple of high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, kind of wherever they needed me at that point. It was paying the bills, just not enough. So I also became a personal trainer.
Okay.
Kind of important later. So I was.
You got to impress the students somehow, right? I said you got to impress the students somehow, right? You got to bulk up, I guess.
Exactly, precisely, yeah. Yeah, so I was doing my thing for like a month or two, maybe 3 months, I guess. And this girl started working at the gym that I was personal training at, super attractive, whatever. And we just hit it off, and we were joking around, flirting all the time. So I kind of asked her, her number. She gives it to me, yada, yada. One thing goes to the next, and I invite her out to a drink. And she's like, oh, actually, I'm not 21 yet. And I was like, oh, whoa, like, my bad. Like, I was 24 at the time, whatever. But I was like, well, how old are you? And she's like, oh, no, like, I'm turning 21 next month. I'm 20 right now, but when I'm 21, let's go out for a drink. I was like, all right, like, whatever, no big deal. So I go about my business. The day comes and goes, happy birthday, good wishes, yada, yada. And I ask her again, I'm like, so do you want to go get a drink? So she agrees. I pick her up, and she goes, oh, I forgot my license. And I was like, oh, shit, like, we can go back for it. And she's like, no, like, let's not worry about it. Like, let's just do something else. We end up going to my friend's house, getting a couple drinks, yada, yada, whatever. We end up hooking up that night. That started a probably, I don't know, month or two long hookup kind of thing, like just a fuck buddy, friends with benefits, whatever.
Wait, so I'm going to pause you real fast. I'm sorry. I'm going to pause you real fast. Did you say that you were you met her when you were substitute teaching elementary school?
No, he's personal training.
No,
personal training.
No, thank God I did not. No, so this was the girl. Like, she was just this good-looking girl from the gym, basically. When I was personal training, she was like a front desk girl. But so that was the issue. Like, I didn't think anything of it. I thought it was just another girl. And I end up hooking up with her for a little while, and she always had an excuse why she couldn't go out to drink. Like, forgot my ID, had to let her, like, twin sister borrow her ID, just, like, weird stuff. And I was like, maybe this girl just doesn't want to drink, like, doesn't like drinking or something. I don't know. But then finally one night I asked her straight up, and I'm just like, hey, what are we, like, what's going on? Why don't you want to, like, drink with me? And she kind of laughs and goes, well, I'm not legal to drink yet. And I look at her and I'm like, wait, you told me you were 21, like you turned 21 last month or whatever. And she's like, no, I kind of lied to you. Like, I turned 18. And I was like, all right, well, that's kind of crazy. Like, still legal, so whatever, but, like, what the fuck? And, she kind of laughs again, and she goes, yeah, well, I was surprised you didn't recognize me from school. And I was like, from school?
Oh, dude, you're fucking... Oh, man, dude.
So she turns around, and she's like, yeah, like, you were my substitute teacher, like, 4 or 5 months ago in the high school, and, that's how I really knew you, and I just started happening working at this gym that you were working at. So yeah, she kind of, I don't know, swiggled me, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, we ended up having sex like 4 more times or whatever, and then I stopped.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that was the story. A little convoluted, but yeah.
No, I mean, it had a lot of wrinkles. It had a lot of questions there. Yeah.
It was like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. There's a twist at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so she was at least 18.
Yes, I can confirm this was not an elementary school individual.
All right. Well, then that's hilarious. I guess. Did you lose your job, or did you get to keep teaching the youth of America?
Yeah, no problem. So it never came out of light, but I said, you know what, one trickster is enough for me, and I just ended up leaving that job. So,
oh,
may I ask what ended the relationship? Because you went back 4 more times. It wasn't the news.
No, it was not the news. It was, to me, it was all good. It was gravy. No, yeah, she just ended up moving on, kind of thing, and she was. Actually, I think she ended up going to college because that was like right around the summertime. So yeah, it might have been that, but she definitely.
Damn, dude, you got dumped by a high schooler? That's kind of rough.
I know, pretty wild, man. I was pretty upset too, taken aback.
Yeah, wow, that's brutal. She doesn't even have a car, and she's like, actually, yeah, you're not for me. Huh.
Exactly. She's like, I can't drink, I can't drive, but I don't want anything to do with you. So deuces.
Well, you know what? Respect to both of you. Now, I do have one last question for you. What are your top 5 rappers? Go.
Well, we got Jay-Z. We got Eminem, Kid Cudi. Shit. Who just did that shit? I don't like Drake, but J. Cole and Kendrick. Is that 4?
That was 5.
I think that was 6.
Oh, that was 5? Okay, sweet.
I don't know, man. You're the teacher.
Yeah.
You tell us.
Yeah, well, I don't know numbers. Yeah.
Clearly, I wasn't a very good teacher.
Well, she went to college, so you must have done something right. A little stand and deliver.
Yeah.
True,
Now,
very true.
One more question. Top 3 favorite teaching movies.
It's a terrible question.
No, it's a good question.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit?
Just you don't watch movies. There's plenty out there.
How many fucking?
There's so many. Coach Carter, Stand and Deliver, the other one.
Ooh, Coach Carter is good though.
Coach Carter's
I'd
great.
say probably Easy A's got to be a teaching movie,
Oh,
right?
Easy A, dude.
Dude, you want to know an interesting fact about Coach Carter and myself? I met the guy that I don't remember. So it wasn't. It was the guy that Coach Carter was coaching. I met him begging for money on the streets in Philadelphia, and he sold me a signed picture with him for $5. Apparently, things are not going very well for the cast of Coach Carter. Yeah.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I know. Now, I do have one last question. I know that we've had a couple questions here, but one more. If you had to teach anything to the people of America, to the people listening now, what would your wise wisdom be?
Check the license before you hook up.
Okay. All right. There it is, people. Check the license before you hook up. Grandma loves you. Be safe.
Actually sound legal advice.
Yeah, that's very good. Really anything under any circumstances, at least think once or twice. All right, so now we tried to get a hold of this guy on our last call, and a couple things might have fallen through, but hopefully he picks up this evening. Another gentleman who has committed an interesting crime.
Allegedly,
right. No, this one I think he was convicted. We'll see.
he might still be doing time.
He might still. Oh. Hello?
Who this?
Yo, what's up? It's Grandma.
Hey, yo, what's good, man?
What's going on, bro?
Hold on.
Yes, dude. Yes.
Yes.
What up, bro?
Not much, man. So we got a voicemail from you a while ago. We wanted to have you on the show about 2 weeks ago, but I think we might have crossed schedules.
Yeah, man. I was working. That's what happened, man. And I thought I
no
was
worries.
going to be off that night, but yeah,
No worries.
So
That's how you make money these days. The voicemail that you left said that you've made maybe some money in some other ways before in the past. Can you tell me more?
say that again.
I said, I know you got a job these days, but your voicemail leads me to believe that you might have made some money in some other ways before in the past. Would you like to tell me more?
Shit, that ain't no problem, but you're going to have to give me a second on that part.
Okay, yeah, sure. Take your time. And remember, everything here is...
I'm saying I could do that, but I can't do it at this moment, though.
Okay. So
when could you do that?
Yeah, when would be ideal for you?
I don't know. Give me what's today? Sunday, like Wednesday, Thursday, something like that.
Okay, so we go live on Sundays at 8 p.m., but I mean we could do like a pre-recorded something and then maybe put it in the episode. Does that work for you?
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. So
work.
ideally, if you can, we'll do next Sunday at 8, and if not, we can meet. We can call sometime around like midweek. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
All right, sounds good, man. Yeah. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. All right.
All right, man. No doubt, man.
Hell yeah, bro. Your voicemail was killer, by the way. So yeah, dude, I'm on the edge of my seat.
Okay, no doubt, man. We're gonna do it up.
All right, definitely. All right, be safe, my man. Grandma loves you.
All right, you too, man. All right.
Peace.
I don't believe that man's ever done anything wrong in his life. He was so lovely.
He was very lovely, actually. Very interesting. All right, so how long have we been going here? I mean,
we've been going an hour.
Maybe we'll try like one more. We'll see what happens.
We'll try one more. We have a couple to choose from.
Let's go. Let's go with the 860.
860? All right.
Yeah. No, you know what? I changed my mind. Let's go with the 815.
815?
815? Keep it local? Or wait, no, this is 813, right? Yeah, I don't know where 815 is.
Oh, this is 815 right here.
Yeah, no, I know, but 813 is local, right? Yeah.
Oh, 813 right here?
No. Just the 815, correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry. It's on me.
Dude, let me handle the numbers.
Notorious number smith.
I'd make a great substitute teacher.
I think anyone with a pulse would, Yeah. I always remembered my substitute teachers, man. They were just so easy to just lie to.
And have sex with.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated...
We're still trying to beat the potential spam allegations, I guess, we could just wrap it up with a little powwow,
Sure.
Yeah. So the other night, I go out and I promote right on the street in St. Petersburg, and I had this moment where I was like, this is like work for me, and I packed up my cooler bag like it was my lunchbox, and I put on my dress and everything like that. It felt very deranged. It felt very insane, and I just wanted to share that with you. That was my 9 to 5.
Dolly Parton would be proud.
Yeah,
I'm proud
absolutely.
of you.
Yeah, working 9 to 5. So yeah, we had some interesting calls this evening. I mean, shit, what was your favorite?
Good question. I mean, there was a lot of military, a lot of alleged crime.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you what my least favorite was.
Okay, sure.
Look, I wasn't in the girl's shoes, but she got the free trip to Europe. She sounded a little ungrateful. I don't know.
Easy now. We don't know what happened, but I mean, like, you can put...
We do. She told us everything. It sounded like, okay, it was a little bit of a headache, but yeah. Well,
look, I if if he's out there and he wants to take me to Europe, I'll go. Okay, you can check me as a dog in the bottom of the plane, and I'll fucking stay in the cage the entire time. I don't care. Europe's beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. Also, if you are listening, sir, you know, the off chance, we want to hear your side of the story.
Yeah, yeah. Well, also, to be fair, the point of her story where I would probably fall apart is I gotta have sex with the guy every night. Like, maybe, you know, if we have a beautiful pizza together or something like that, you know, but like, I don't know if I could every night. That's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Well, how long was the trip to Europe?
I would assume at least several weeks.
Several weeks.
I know, it's a lot. It's a lot.
I mean, at least 5 nights a week, or at least 5 times a week. You did get a free trip to Europe.
It sounds exhausting, and you know what? I'm in her favor. I am. I'm camp her. You know what? Fuck that guy.
You know what? I'm gonna take her to Southeast Asia, and I'll get back to you.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you're listening. All right. Well,
I'm very poor.
Yeah, but that's what Southeast Asia is all about. You don't have to be rich. Everybody's rich in Southeast Asia. Who
Very
doesn't
true.
live in Southeast Asia? Yeah. All right. Well, look, if you've listened this long, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Grandma's Late Night Hotline. I've been Grandma, and you've been Drew, the producer. That was your time.
I'm always the producer.
Of course, we always are, right? So anyway, thank you again. Grandma loves you. Have fun. Be safe. Mwah.